Well, good evening, racing fans. Welcome to Racing Action from Flamboro Downs for this Thursday evening. Our first dash will go to post in approximately 15 minutes. Shall we get a look at the changes on this evening's card of racing? Note in race number 1, there are no changes. No changes, race 1. In race number 2, Big Bad Jackson, the driver will be Steve Houdon. Steve Houdon will drive. And scratched is 5, Julius Hanover. Race 2, scratch number 5, Julius Hanover. Race number 3, no changes. No changes, race 3. Race 4, note that Steve Houdon will drive number 4, Benjamin B. The driver will be Steve Houdon. Race 5, no changes. No changes, race 5. Race 6, number 7, Don't Poke the Bear. Driver to be announced. Race 6, 7, driver to be announced. Race 7, number 9, Holy Jalapeno. Driver to be announced. Race 7, 9, Holy Jalapeno. Race 8, no changes. And race number 9, number 4, Written in Stone. Driver to be announced. Race 9, 4, driver to be announced. Fans, here are three additional changes. Note in race number 6, number 7, Don't Poke the Bear. The driver, Jay Harris, race 6, 7, Don't Poke the Bear, Jay Harris. And in race 9, number 4, Written in Stone. The driver will be Sam Fillion. Sam Fillion drives for Written in Stone, and scratched is number 5, Macalco. Field for race number one is on parade. One is Pick a Genre, Jason Ryder, Shane Barrington, and Kayla Henry, and Hayden Surratt and Janiyah Gallant. And number two is Mock Silver, Brett McDonald for Ron McDonald and Martin Kempfer. Number three is All-Star Playboy, Austin Sorry for Francisque Met and Jacob Normand. Number four, What's in the Sky, Dale Spence for Mackenzie Spence. Five, Lady for Dollar, Sammy Filia for Mitchell Tierney and Lynn Cameron. And number six, Woodmere Denver, Jay Harris for Brett Lester and Michelle Letarte. And number seven, Gator Hanover Tallamore drives and trains for Rachel Burns and Nancy Moore. Field of seven, race number one. Let's get a look at this field. Well, fans, I went shopping for a price, and you see the other campers both do not have my seven Gator Hanover, who I have on top, 6-1. This is one that, well, last year was a pretty strong earner. This year hasn't been as kind to Gator Hanover, but you do see a couple of flashes of speed in that last start at Sarnia, and now makes a first start for Tyler Moore. And Gator Hanover and Tyler Moore, I just think maybe Gator Hanover can get rolling again. This is one that, if you look back into March and April, was racing well and does have plenty of overall ability. Look at last year, won here in 52-1. Gator Hanover 7-2. Number one, Pick a Genre, 8-5, off a dominant win last start, and is one that moves up one level, but has 3 wins in the past 5 starts. Pick a Genre, Jason Ryan for Shane Barrington. This is one that's won 5 times in 17 starts this year. Gets the inside. We'll see if Pick a Genre flashes a little bit of gate speed. Raced from off the pace last race. Big effort to win. More than 12 lengths back at the quarter, and yet won by 2.5. Pick a Genre and Jason Ryan. I anticipated this one being the favorite, and is 8-5. Number two, Mock Silver, is one that was great last year. Won 10 out of 20 starts and had 6 runner-up finishes. This year has been okay, not quite as good, but last time out, third beaten in neck in an 8-claimer at Mohawk. Mock Silver, Brett McDonald for Ron McDonald, 5-2 on the board, a win threat. And number 3, All-Star Playboy. He's one that was playing very well before last race, trying a different class at London. Well, that didn't work well, but was racing well here, so why not come back to Flamboro where things were going fine? The second last start was a win here from post 7, and in fact had a run of top 3 finishes, a bunch of starts in a row before going to London and faltering. All-Star Playboy and Austin Sorry for Francis Guillemette. Strong connections. Austin Sorry's been on a heater, and Francis has a 400-plus training average, so this one sitting at 5-1 is maybe enticing. All-Star Playboy could come bouncing back with a strong performance. Gate is rolling for race number 1. Pick a Genre. Mock Silver on the inside. In the center, All-Star Playboy, What's in the Sky, and Lady for $1 to the outside, Woodmere Denver and Gator Hanover. Field of 7, race number 1. Field for the first race. At the start of the rough, What's in the Sky, Mock Silver, and also leaving Lady for Dollar as the field works on around the turn. What's in the Sky is looking to be in the lead. Mock Silver is second. Lady for Dollar is third. Woodmere Denver. And then pick a genre. All-Star Playboy and Gator Hanover is at the rear of the field. They race on to the opening quarter. What's in the Sky with a lead of a couple of lengths right now over Mock Silver. Lady for Dollar is racing third. Woodmere Denver is fourth in. It's a gap of 5 or 6 to pick a genre. All-Star Playboy and Gator Hanover is trailing. Lively opening quarter at 27-1. What's in the Sky has the lead for Dale Spence, and keeping a watch from second is Mock Silver. Lady for Dollar. Woodmere Denver. Then All-Star Playboy to the outside is playing a little closer fifth now. Pick a Genre is still back in sixth, and then Gator Hanover is trailing the field. 56 strong half for this class, and on into the backstretch for What's in the Sky, and Mock Silver now has popped out, and on the inside third is Lady for Dollar and is racing about 3.5 off the lead. Woodmere Denver fourth, and then All-Star Playboy, Pick a Genre, and Gator Hanover. It doesn't have much bite today. 124-1, the three-quarter time, and now Mock Silver sticks a nose in front. Mock Silver, What's in the Sky on the inside is trying to fight back, uses the turn advantage, shares the lead, and racing third is Lady for Dollar. And then fourth is All-Star Playboy, then it is Pick a Genre, Woodmere Denver, Gator Hanover on down the stretch drive they come. Mock Silver, What's in the Sky, and on the inside of the lane pushes Lady for Dollar, 3 across the track at the finish, but it looked like What's in the Sky. On the outside was Mock Silver. On the inside, Lady for Dollar. 153-3. Giddy up. Coming back in front of us is the winner of race number 1, number 4, What's in the Sky, 11-year-old Western Edition Bay Gelding. Dale Spence, the winning driver. What's in the Sky, trained by Mackenzie Spence. Dale Spence, the owner. Third win of the year. 22nd lifetime for What's in the Sky. The first race payouts for What's in the Sky: 1460, 643.50. Two mock silver, 420, 280. Five lady for $1, 440. $2 exactor, 3010. Dollar trial, 105.75. Dollar super, 489.70. First race, or a finish from the top: 5241367. That's 5241367 on the bottom. for race number 2. On parade 1 is Bozak. Sammy Folia for Brenda Lane and Mark Lane and Anthony Lane. And number 2 is Big Bad Jackson. Steve Houdon for Ken Oliver. 3, Mr. Commodore Jay Harris for Claire Bradshaw and Brian Jamison. And number 4, Puff's Last Shadow, Paul McKenzie for David Ryan, Sarah Fry. 5, Scratch 6, Brooklyn Strong, Dana Bryan drives and trains and owns. Field of 5, race number 2, Steve Houdon drives the 2. Let's get a look at some of the main players in this dash. We'll start with number 1, Bozak. Well, 10th last time out at Mohawk, but look, just before that, raced here in this class. Dominant win of almost 3 lengths, was a heavy betting favorite. Bozak, inside post position, has gate speed, likely to come right back and be very strong. Love Bozak in here from the inside. I'm not deterred by that last race at Mohawk. I think that Bozak will be very strong and already has a couple of wins this year in 7 starts, 4-1. Also noted it is the first start for Brenda Lane. This one had been with Amanda Riley. Others, number 6, Brooklyn Strong, is one that raced well last race. Got a pocket trip. Now couldn't get close to the winner, but Brooklyn Strong performance, and maybe come right back here and give us another runner-up finish. Brooklyn Strong, value play that I think can get onto the ticket. I think this one's an improving horse right now. Brooklyn Strong, 12-1. Number 3, Mr. Commodore, 4-5 on the board. Second start of the year, won 4 times last year, did win in 54 at Grand River. And Mr. Commodore, the last start was pretty good for a good chunk of the mile. Did tire off with a 31-second final quarter, but had been off since last October. Now comes back 7 days later, or 8 days later, 7 days later, and is one that definitely could be pretty strong. Mr. Commodore, Jay Harris or Claire Bradshaw, 4-5. And number 2, Big Bad Jackson, hasn't been very big at all of late. In fact, the form is bad for Big Bad Jackson. But then you go back into March and had a win and a second. Big Bad Jackson, maybe with the better post position here today, could get riled up and be a little more of a factor. Big Bad Jackson, Steve Houdon at 2-1. Gate is rolling for the second. Bozak, Big Bad Jackson on the inside. In the center, Mr. Commodore. The outside, Puff Slash Shadow and Brooklyn Strong. Field 4, race number 2. Is at the start of the rough, Mr. Commodore leaves with Bozak on the inside. Big Bad Jackson, Puff Slash Shadow, and Brooklyn Strong is trailing. And the field races on around the turn. Mr. Commodore has got the lead as they race their way on into the backstretch. Bozak is right there close, filling the pocket. Big Bad Jackson, mid-pack third, gap of 4. Puff Slash Shadow, and then it is back to Brooklyn Strong. They race their way on to the opening quarter with Mr. Commodore, the even money favorite, leading. Bozak 9-5 on the boards, about 2 1/4 off the lead, and Big Bad Jackson third, then Puff Slash Shadow and Brooklyn Strong, not strong just yet, trails the field 27-3. Opening quarter, Mr. Commodore with a lead of about 2 1/4 over Bozak as they race off the turn. Big Bad Jackson is racing position to third, then Puff Slash Shadow and Brooklyn Strong. And they race their way on past the half in 57. Mr. Commodore, Bozak trying to chip away at the lead. Big Bat Jackson is racing third. Puff Slash Shadow, Brooklyn Strong, positions unchanged, and Mr. Commodore looks sharp right now. Mr. Commodore leading by about 3. Bozak second. Big Bad Jackson about 4.5 lengths from the lead is third. Angles to the outside. They hustle by 3/4 with Mr. Commodore still leading the way. 3/4, 125, 28. Third panel, Mr. Commodore. Bozak's racing second. Still 2 1/4 to make up, and Big Bat Jackson, Puff Slash Shadow, and Brooklyn Strong. Off that 3/4, 125, they turn for home. Still positions unchanged, Mr. Commodore. And Bozak charging. Mr. Commodore digging in as they come to the finish. Mr. Commodore is going to win it by a length and a half. Then Bozak, Puff Slash Shadow, Big Bad Jackson, 154-2. There's the winner, number 3, Mr. Commodore. Jay Havers, the winning drive. The owner is Claire Bradshaw and Brian Jameson. Claire Bradshaw, the trainer. Mr. Commodore is a 4-year-old sports writer, Bay Gelding. First win of the year, 5th lifetime for Mr. Commodore. Second race payouts 3, Mr. Commodore, $4, 240, 210. 1, Bosack, 310, 230. 4, Puff Slash Shadow, 220. $2 exactor, 880. Dollars ride, 1240. Dollar super, 52.55. $2 double, 29.10. Second race order finish from the top. 2, 4, 1, 3, scratch 5. That's 2, 4, 1, 3, scratch 5 on the bottom. Field for the third is on parade. One is St. Lad's Flirt. Brett McDonald for Ron McDonald. Number 2 is Mortgage My Villa. Steve Houdon for Guy Chrétien. Number 3 is Music to My Gears. Daryl Thiessen for Ken Middleton Jr. and Keith Middleton, Jeffrey Seibel, and James Grant. 4 is Papiamento. Jason Ryan for Shane Barrington and Kayla Hendry. 5, Let's Time It On. Sammy Filia for Jody Cullen and Paul Sanders and Travis Cullen. And number 6, Ashley's Best. Jay Harris for Francis Guillemette and Eric Poisson. And number 7 is Senior Advisor. Austin Torrey for Courtney Bishop and John McQueen and Stuart McQueen. Field of 7 for race number 3. Well, fans, let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 3, Music to My Gears. Well, comes in with 3 consecutive wins, and Music to My Gears has gate speed and a better post position than any of the last 3 starts. 9-time winner last year that now is cooking well, and also is back in the same class as those 3 wins. So veteran Music to My Gears that's kind of getting better with age. Music to My Gears like fine wine. Daryl Thiessen driving for Ken Middleton Jr. Music to My Gears 5-2, looking for a 4th win, and also did win a couple of starts back in April, so has 5 wins in the last 6 starts. Really cooking. Music to My Gears is hitting all the right notes right now. Number 4, Papiamento, is one that popped for a couple of wins in April, and last race was second here. It was a solid effort to a good one, and Papiamento sat the pocket, got out well, beaten a length and a half by Woodmere Denver. Papiamento, Jason Ryan driving for Shane Barrington, 6-1 value play. Papiamento seems with that last race to have bounced back and is back in the same class as well. Others, number 6, Ashley's Best. Well, Ashley's Best has 9 top 2 finishes in 17 starts. A little tough to leave off the top 2, but has been out of the box since May 11th. But set up by Francis Guillemette, Jay Harris driving. Francis with a 407 training average. Ashley's Best, 9-1. There's some value there. And number 5, Let's Time It On, is one that moves up a level off of a win. This is one with substantial back class that was a good earner last year. Let's Time It On off a win down, moving up, maybe is ready to get rolling. Let's Time It On. And Sammy Phil, you have to look at last year. This one raced against much tougher company. In fact, you see April the 20th last year, a win in 150-4. But then something went wrong and was off all the way from last May until just coming back to action May the 1st. Just a 4th start of the year for Let's Time It On. Comes in off a win. Sammy Filia for Jody Cullen, 9-2. Gate is rolling for race number 3. St. Lad's Flirt, Mortgage My Villa on the inside of the center. Music to My Gears, Papiamento and Let's time it on to the outside Ashley's Best and Senior Advisor. It's a field of 7 for the third. They're in the stretch, gathering speed. And they're at the start of the rough. Music to my gears will blast out with Ashley's Best and Senior Advisor. St. Lad's Flirt, Papiamento. Mortgage My Villa. Lad's Time Went On is right now trailing the field. Ashley's Best has got the front. Senior Advisor still works on the outside. And Music to My Gears is plugged into the pocket. Papiamento is racing for St. Lad's Flirt fifth on the inside. Then Mortgage My Villa. Lad's Time Went On. Senior Advisor at 30 to 1 has come on to grab the lead. Lots of early action. Papiamento is now racing second on the outside, and Ashley's Best is third best. Then Music to My Ears shuffled back to fourth on the pylons, and St. Lad's Flirt now has moved on the outside to take over fourth. Music to My Ears is fifth on the pylons. Then well back Mortgage My Villa, and Let's Time It On. 28 opening quarter. They come off the turn. Papiamento is trying to pop up and grab the lead from Senior Advisor. Those two are together as they come to the half, and St. Lad's Flirt to the outside is racing third. Ashley's Best. Music to My Gears now is moved out. Is racing fifth, about 3 1/4 from the front. And then moving up, Let's Time It On. To the inside is Mortgage My Villa. 56 and 2 halftime. 28 and 2 second panel. Senior Advisor is leading. Papiamento is getting a little bit closer. St. Lad's Flirt has third, about 2.5 from the lead. Then Ashley's Best, Music to My Gears, 2 wide path, now pops out 3 deep, about 4 off the lead. Now driving toward 3/4, Senior Advisor has fought back on the inside. Senior Advisor at 30 to 1 still has the lead. Papiamento is second, St. Lad's Flirt is third. Music to My Gears is closing hard. 3/4 in 125, and fifth is Let's Time It On, but it is still Senior Advisor and Papiamento. Music to My Gears and St. Lad's Flirt and Let's Time It On. Mortgage My Villa and Ashley's Best on down the stretch drive. Senior Advisor and Papiamento. Senior Advisor, mucho dinero. Papiamento is second. Then Music to My Gears and St. Lad's Flirt in a photo for third. 150. 4 and 1. Senior Advisor. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 3, it's number 7, Senior Advisor Austin. Sorry with the winning drive. Third win of the year. 20th lifetime for Senior Advisor. The third race payout, 7 Senior Advisor, 69, 70, 23, 20, and 10.50. For Papiamento, $573. 3 Music to My Gears, 210. $2 exactor, $1,100.30. Dollars prize, $743.10. Dollar super, $1905.90. And the 20-cent super, $381.18. Fans note in race 8, number 4 up Joey's Credit. Dale Spence will drive. Race 8, 4 up Joey's Credit. Dale Spence. Third race, order of finish from the top down, 4632571. That's 4632571 on the bottom. Field for the fourth on parade one. Snowport, Paul McKenzie for Ashley Lenvoy and Gino Toscani. Number two is Stonebridge Alien, Jay Harris for Sean Stacy. Three is Happy Play, Rob Jenkins Jr. drives and trains for Jack Darling Stables. And number four, Benjamin B. Steve Houdon for Ken Oliver. Five is Stroker, Austin Surrey for Gary Rive, Ashley and Matthew Rive Bohannock. Six is All-Star Commander, Brett McDonough for Steve Watson and All-Star Farms. Number seven, Better Talker, Jason Ryan for Greg McNair and James and Elizabeth Ross. And number eight is Boyd Bay, Sammy Filia for Marie-Helene DuPont and CSL Stable. It's a field of eight for race number four. Steve Houdon drives for Benjamin B. Well, fans, Snowport's headed back to the paddock, and my top pick. And look, some of my best bets have been chalk, below even money, and didn't even get the job done. So we're going away from that. 3-1 on Snowport. I thought has raced well the last couple races here in this maiden class. Gets the inside, has gate speed. Maybe Snowport at 3-1. Now is winless in 11 races, but this is one that was a $53,000 yearling purchase that is just getting rolling. Really has had 11 career starts and is sent up by Ashley Lenvoy. I think Snowport, from what I've seen, looks like a horse that's on the come. 7-2 would be a nice price to get down. One of the other things to note, the two that I like the best in here have drawn to the outside, so that's one of the reasons that I took a shot with Snowport. Might be able to get things all his own way. Paul McKenzie driving. Boyd Bay, 5-2 on the board. It was really game here last time out, and that was the first start of the year. And Boyd Bay has drawn poorly, but certainly raced well and did finish that mile strongly. Just gave it up right at the finish. Boyd Bay could be tighter now. Second start. You do see a 54-3 mile last September as a 2-year-old. Had 8 starts last year as a 2-year-old. Boyd Bay, Sammy Filia for Marie-Helene DuPont is 5-2. Number 7, Better Talker. Well, broken equipment last race, and equipment to break in the middle of the race. That was the first start of the year, so it kind of ruined things. This is one I saw race at Grand River a couple of starts last year and to start here. In fact, you see a 59-3 mile here with an early break. And Better Talker certainly has some overall ability. He's had just 4 starts, and 2 of them were third-place finishes last year. This will be the second start of the year. Sent up by Greg McNair, Jason Ryan, Better Talker. Drawn poorly, but you do get 11-1. And number 2, Stonebridge Alien, makes a second start this year. Had 3 tries last year as a 2-year-old. Was just okay last race. But still, this is one set up by Sean Stacy that maybe could improve here. Look at one thing to note. $165,000 yearling purchase and makes just a 5th career start. And did flash a little bit last race. Tired in the late going. Could be tighter. Stonebridge Alien, if there's one that looms in here that just hasn't shown it yet, but certainly has some interesting credentials. 25-1, Stonebridge Alien was battling 3 wide and only 2 lengths off the lead at 3/4 last race, and that after being also out at the half. Stonebridge Alien, 25-1, the sleeper value. It's a field of 8 for race number 4. They're approaching the top of the stretch. Here they come. And the field for race number 4 is at the start of the rough end. Snowport on the inside. Boyd Bay and Happy Play. Field charges on into that first turn. And Snowport looking to shovel on through on the inside and has got the lead. Boyd Bay is parked second, pressing, and Happy Play is third. Stonebridge Aliens fourth away. Then it is Benjamin B. Back further is Stroker and the trailing pair, Better Talker and All-Star Commander. Now Boyd Bay at 4-1, able to come on and grab the lead, but Snowport at 8-5 is going to come right back around and loop Boyd Bay, and Snowport is on a lead of a length and 3/4 over Boyd Bay. Racing position third is Happy Play. Stonebridge Alien fourth, then being fifth right now is Benjamin B, and then it is Stroker and Better Talker and All-Star Commander. Snowport 8-5 on the board, leads as they race off the turn. 28-4 opening quarter. Snowport looks to pick up a second panel breather, but is driving strongly at the half and leads by 2 1/4. 58-2 halftime. A 29-3 second panel. Boyd Bay is racing second. Stonebridge Alien went off stride, and Happy Play is third. Now Snowport gets some urging and fell asleep a little bit there on the lead. Now that lead is just a length and a half, and Boyd Bay is second. Happy Play on the outside now is up and driving on the outside, and then Stroker is out 3 wide. Benjamin B on the inside, and All-Star Commander and Snowport getting some urging, and on the outside now Stroker is moved up, and Stroker has come on, and in the center of the track Happy Play. Blocked on the inside is Boyd Bay. Snowport tries to fight back on the inside. It is Stroker to the outside. Center of the track is Happy Play. Then Snowport. Now set up wide comes Boyd Bay. On down the stretch drive, they come in on the inside. All-Star Commander. They're fanned out. Charging is Boyd Bay on the outside. Boyd Bay, but coming on through Stroker. Stroker gets the win. Happy Play was second, then Snowport and Boyd Bay. 158 flat. Stroker. Back in front of us, the winner of race 4. It's number 5, Stroker, 3-year-old Panther, Hanover Brown Gelding by Gary Rive, Ashley and Matthew Rive Bohannon. Gary Rive, the trainer. Austin Story with a driving double. Stroker victorious in just his second career starts. Amount of 158 flat. Fourth race payouts, 5 stroker, $4, 370, 210. 3 happy play, 1250, 360. 1 snowport, 210. $2 exactor, 61.30. Dollar try, 70.90. Dollar super, 224.70. Dollar pick 3, 145.95. Fourth race order finish from the top, 372-51684. That's 372-51684 on the bottom. is rolling for race the field for the fifth race on parade. Forgot the gate doesn't even go with them. One break is Steve Houdon for Ken Oliver and Milton Young. Two Cabot Beach, Austin Surrey for Mary Ratchford and Brady Doyle. Little flashback to the old days. Three Nova Scotia Strong, Tyler Moore draws for James Bagnall and Archie Hattie and Gordy Rudolph. Four is Buck and Better, Sammy Filia for Amanda Riley and Scott and Lisa Henry. Number 5, You're the One, Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen and Ron Cullen. Number 6, Brookdale Mickey, Daryl Thiessen for Gerard Demers. Number 7, O'Hare Hanover, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. And number 8 is Fout, Brett McDonald for Rachel Andrew and Mitchell Ellsworth. Field of 8. Race number 5. Let's get a look at this field for the fifth race. Super High 5. And, well, interesting dash. There's a couple in here that I assumed would take a fair amount of money. And, well, first one we're going to take a look at is number 5, You're the One. And You're the One is got 19 wins since January 1st of last year. Last race wasn't as good. Trailer Post, though, now gets a nose back on the gate. Set up a Jody Cullen. I expect You're the One to come back with a huge effort in here. You're the One is currently on the board at 3-1. Number 6, Brookdale Mickey, is one that was a strong earner last year, although didn't win, but put up some solid earning numbers, and this year has been making just $1,000 a start. But Brookdale Mickey does show some flashes, and you see racing in 51-4 at Mohawk 3 races ago. Last race was 8th at 3/4 and 8th at the top of the stretch and came flying late to pick up 4th, but some of that is the field came back to him. But Brookdale Mickey now is one that, drops in class for this start. Daryl Thiessen for Gerard Demers. I think Brookdale Mickey could be dangerous in here and is 7-2 on the board. Number 2, Cabot Beach, is also one that's dropping in class. Didn't fare well last time out, but Austin Sorey's been on a heater, and Cabot Beach is one that was supposed to be a good one. $250,000 yearling purchase that just hasn't really panned out, but does have some nice flashes. 52 and change in back-to-back starts before last race here. Now look at last race here. A tough trip. Parked most of the mile, so Cabot Beach, and didn't give it up until very late. They turned for almost still third after parking every step of the way. Cabot Beach from post 2 with a better trip. Austin Surrey for Mary Ratchford. Cabot Beach at 2-1. I think it's capable of winning in here. And number 4, Buck and Better, is getting a lot of love at 3-2, and this will be now the second start off of a layoff and a class drop, and raced well last race, came on to finish second, beaten ahead. So Buck and Better getting a lot of love at 3-2 in the second start off the layoff with a class drop is understandable with the love. It's hard to separate the 4 that I mentioned, but I landed on 5, You're the One, with a nose on the gate. I think a bounce back performance 5-2. gate is rolling for race number 5. Brigus Cabot Beach on the inside with Nova Scotia Strong. In the center, Buck and Better and You're the One. To the outside, Brookdale, Mickey, O'Hare, Hanover, and Fout. It's a field of 8 for race number 5. Here they come. And the field for the 5th race is at the start of the rough, and Buck and Better, You're the One, Brigus and Cabot Beach as the field sprints on into the first turn. Then Nova Scotia Strong and Brookdale, Mickey, and O'Hare, Hanover, and Fout. But right now, it is You're the One who's pressing on the outside, trying to clear to the front, and You're the One leads it by a length. But on the inside, Buck and Better and Sammy Filia parking out You're the One. Off stride went Brigus, and You're the One is going to press on and clear to the lead now. Buck and Better made You're the One work and went off stride, and now Buck and Better reclaims the lead. Cabot Beach is second, Nova Scotia Strong is third, then Brookdale, Mickey, and O'Hare, Hanover, and Fout. And the field races on around the turn, and it is Buck and Better at 6-1 who's got the lead right now. Buck and Better leading, and racing position second is Cabot Beach, and here comes Brookdale Mickey now on the move. In racing position fourth on the inside is Nova Scotia Strong, then O'Hare, Hanover, and Fout as they race their way off the turn, and then way back to the 2 breakers. You're the One and Brigus, and they work their way on into the backstretch and fronting the field. Buck and Better off that 57-1 halftime, and Brookdale Mickey on the outside is working up a little bit closer. Now it's just a length back. Inside third is Cabot Beach, and racing position fourth in the center of the track. Nova Scotia Strong is strong and getting closer, and then it is back to Fountain, O'Hare, Hanover, and now Brookdale Mickey is taken over. Brookdale Mickey grabs it from Buck and Better. Nova Scotia Strong is racing on the outside and is trying to grab second from Buck and Better. And then it is Fountain, Cabot Beach, and O'Hare, Hanover on down the stretch drive for Brookdale Mickey. And Brookdale Mickey and Daryl Thiessen cruising on down the stretch drive and has this one sewn up. And then it is Nova Scotia Strong, Buck and Better, and Cabot Beach. Brookdale Mickey 154 flat. Fans note the inquiry sign is up pertaining to racing action going to the quarter. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race 5, it's number 6, Brookdale Mickey. 5-year-old always be Mickey Bay Gelding. Daryl Thiessen, the winning driver. Gerard Demare is the trainer of the owners. The CSL stable. 3rd win of the year. 11th lifetime for Brookdale Mickey. Fans, the judges ruling that there were no violations. The inquiry sound will go off 63427. The fifth race payouts: 6 Brookdale Mickey, 10.50, $664. 3 Nova Scotia Strong, 22.30 and 8.90, and 4 Buck and Better, 4.60. $2 Exactor, 197.60. Dollar Try, 505.70. 20-cent High Five, 1137.61. 20-cent Pick Five, 1918.46. Kaboom shakalaka. Fifth race, or her finish from the top, 742-381-56. That's 742-381-56 on the bottom. Field for race number 6. On parade 1, counter offer Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen. Number 2 is Bugsy McGuire, Austin Sorry for Rachel Andrew, and Austin is the owner. 3, Palladium, Hanover Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen and Paul Sanders in A1 stable. And 4th, Crazy World, Sammy Fillier for Kathy Chikeen. 5 is Odds on Carmel, Daryl Thiessen for Gerard Demers and Mark LeMay. And number 6, KJO and Brett Madonna for Mitchell Tierney and Lynn Cameron. Number 7, Don't Poke the Bear, Jay Harris for Ken Middleton Jr. and James Grant and Dave Walls and Kendall Middleton. And 8 is Mel's Legacy, Dale Spence for Mark Goddard and William Brown. It's a field of 8 for race number 6. Let's get a look at this field for the 6th dash. And, well, number 4, Crazy World, is one that dropped substantially in class, makes his second start of the year, won 8 out of 23 starts last year. Crazy World in this class, I think you'd be crazy if you thought that he doesn't have a big chance to win in here. Sammy Fillier for Kathy Chikeen. Crazy World is one that raced reasonably well against much tougher last time out. Should really like it down at this level. And is, heavily bet at 1-9. Number 3, Palladium Hanover, is one that was a much better earner last year, and the last few starts for Palladium Hanover weren't great, but drops another level for this start and gets a better post position. Palladium Hanover, Jason Ryan for Jody Cullen. This is one that could wake up and be dangerous in here at a price 12-1. With 1-9 on the board, the odds will be up everywhere else. If you want to take a shot, maybe Palladium Hanover is the one that could wake up here and has some credentials, you see, and a mark of 51-2. It's made almost 200,000 life and is still only a 5-year-old. Palladium Hanover 12-1. Others, number 6, KJ Owen. I thought KJ Owen finished the last mile very strongly. Really was impressive coming on late in the mile, and is 8 out of 18 in the top 2 this year. Won 9 times last year. KJ Owen caught my eye. We'll see if KJ Owen races well again. This is one with lots of backlash. Brett McDonough for Mitchell Tierney. KJ Owen is 30-1. And number 2, Bugsy McGuire, is one that has been a little inconsistent of late. Hasn't been quite as good this year as last year, but drops and maybe could pop in here. Bugsy McGuire. Austin Sorey's been on a heater. This one's sent up by Rachel Andrew. Bugsy McGuire is 18-1. But Crazy World is getting a crazy amount of love on the tilt board. Field 4, race number 6 has reached the top of the stretch. Here they come. Field for the sixth race is at the start of the rough, and odds on Carmel. Don't Poke the Bear, Palladium Hanover, then Crazy World and Bugsy McGuire. But if the field sprints on around that first turn, it is odds on Carmel who's got the lead. Don't Poke the Bear racing on the outside, getting some urging to press on. And Don't Poke the Bear wants to come on and now has Poken ahead in front. And now Don't Poke the Bear is able to take the lead in front of odds on Carmel, and then Palladium Hanover. Odds on Carmel's going to pop right back out now and look to reclaim the front. 28-1's the opening quarter, and it is odds on Carmel back on top. Don't Poke the Bears filling the pocket. Palladium Hanover is third. Bugsy McGuire, Crazy World, then KJ Owen and Counter Offer, and Mel's Legacy, and they race their way off the turn. Odds on Carmel's got the front. Don't Poke the Bear. There goes Palladium ahead over to the outside now. Up and driving. First up second. And then on the inside third is Don't Poke the Bear. Crazy World is well spotted second over fourth now. Bugsy McGuire's racing fifth. Then KJ Owen. And back to Counter Offer. And Mel's Legacy. Off a half of 58. They race the back stretch. Odds on Carmel's got the lead. Palladium ahead over the outside is looming and is only a length back. Might have flattened out just a little bit. Scooting through to the inside is Don't Poke the Bear, still third. And then Crazy World is going to pop off cover and get out three wide now. Looking to roll around Palladium Hanover, who's now found a little more life and is coming on again. Odds on Carmel, Palladium Hanover, Don't Poke the Bear, then Crazy World, Bugsy McGuire, KJ Owen, Counter Offer, and Mel's Legacy in the field turns for home. Odds on Carmel still has the front. Odds on Carmel, Palladium Hanover, up the inside, Don't Poke the Bear. Odds on Carmel's going to win. Palladium Hanover, then Crazy World, and Don't Poke the Bear, 154-3. Coming back in front of us is the winner of race number 6. It's 5 odds on Carmel. It's the driving double for Daryl Thiessen. Odds on Carmel is a 7-year-old Rocket Image Brown Gelding owned by Mark LeMay, trained by Gerard Demers. 4th win this year, 20th lifetime for Odds on Carmel. The 6th race payouts, 5 odds on Carmel, 830, 520, 273, Palladium Hanover, $6.60 and $3. And for Crazy World, $2.10, $2 exactor, $32.60. Dollar try, $90.10, dollar super, $938.55. 20 cent Super 100, 87.71. 20 cent Pick 4, 1,067.31. Sixth race order finish from the top. 562-31748. That is 562-31748 on the bottom. Field for race number 7 on parade 1 to Jennifer's Credit, Daryl Thiessen for Sean Arnott. And number 2, Nevada Dragon, Brett Medina for Mike Witniowski and Robert Jones. 3 is Woodmere Danny, Dallas Spence for Mackenzie Spence. 4, He's Sporty, Paul McKenzie for Jim Flynn and Doreen Flynn. 5 is Little Manny, Sammy Filia for Raphael Barassa and Kim Ebacher. And number 6, Frowdy's Miracle, Austin Sorry for Brett Lester and Mario Villani. Number 7, PL Quicksand, Jay Harris for Amanda Riley and Vincenzo Strangis. 8 is Bottle Rocket, Mike Whalen for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. And 9 is Holy Jalapeno, Jason Ryan drives for Ken Skinner. Field of 9, race number 7. Let's get a look at this field. We'll start with number 5, Little Manny. Well, Little Manny's had little success this year, just in 9 starts, 1 second and a third, but is one that I thought raced reasonably well last time out, and is one that I think compares well in here. That was a much better start last time out. Also, this is one that, well, in this class, should have a pretty decent shot to win. And this one is sent up by Raphael Barassa. Rafi's often had a lot of success in the back. Semi-Filia having a good year. Little Manny is my shot to get a horse at a price in here, because when you look at the recent lines, doesn't have a top 3 finish in the last 6. Anticipated getting a price. I like the shot at 7-1. Number 6, Frowdy's Miracle, hasn't raced since the 6th of March, but qualified at Mohawk in 54-3. It was a sharp qualifier, and this is one that did take a mark of 50-2 at Mohawk last year. 5 wins in 29 starts. Good earner last year. Austin Sorry looks for the hat trick, and off that pretty sharp-looking qualifier, Frowdy's Miracle. I'm surprised at 9-1. Frowdy's Miracle, I think it's huge value here. The qualifier jumps out. Frowdy's Miracle, I think, is one that has a pretty decent chance. Number 7, PL Quicksand, well, is one that had been racing at Kawartha for a couple of starts and not getting a lot done. Doesn't have a win yet this year, but sent up by Amanda Riley, who's got a 3:10 training average. Jay Harris driving, and PL Quicksand is one that, well, I think can be better, but still I don't understand 4-5 on the board. PL Quicksand and Jay Harris 4-5. And number 2, Nevada Dragon, was beaten just a length last time out, and in a kind of a similar company. Doesn't have a win yet this year. Was a good earner last year. And Nevada Dragon, that was a pretty good effort last time out, and gets the post advantage of the first 3 I mentioned. Maybe Nevada Dragon's the value on the board at 6-1. But I'm sticking with number 5, Little Manny, off that improved last effort. Sammy Filia, Raphael Barassa, 7-1. is rolling for race number 7. To Jennifer's credit, Nevada Dragon, Woodmere Danny on the inside. In the center, he's Sporty, Little Manny. To the outside, Frowny's Miracle, Pale Quicksand, Bottle Rocket, and the second tier, Holy Jalapeno. It's a field of 9 for the 7th race. They're at the start of the rough, and Woodmere Denny is going to come out quickly with Peel Quicksand. Then Nevada Dragon, to Jennifer's credit. Little Manny is 5th away right now. Works in front of Bottle Rocket. And then on the inside, it's back to He's Sporty on into the backstretch, and then Holy Jalapeno. But Peel Quicksand has the lead right now. Peel Quicksand, Woodmere Denny's racing 2nd. Nevada Dragon is 3rd. To Jennifer's credit, 4th. And Little Manny is 5th. And 6th is Bottle Rocket. And then it is back further to He's Sporty as they race their way on past that quarter at Holy Jalapeno. And then way back and having a rough go of things is Frowny's Miracle. And they race their way past the quarter of 27-1. Peel Quicksand, 5-2 on the board, is the favorite. Woodmere Danny is racing 2nd. Nevada Dragon is 3rd. In front up to Jennifer's credit. Then Little Manny is racing 5th. Then it is back to Bottle Rocket. And He's Sporty. And Holy Jalapeno. Halftime 56-4. PL Quicksand and Jay Harris has the lead. Nevada Dragon popped out from 3rd. They worked their way past the 5/8. Woodmere Danny is still 2nd. Nevada Dragon 3rd. Little Manny is well situated. 2nd over 4th. On the back of an advancing Nevada Dragon. To Jennifer's credit is 5th of the inside. Bottle Rocket is 6th. They race on down the backstretch, and now Nevada Dragon has come out to grab the lead. Nevada Dragon, Peel Quicksand, and Little Manny is racing to the outside 3rd. 3/4 in 125. Nevada Dragon has the lead. Little Manny is getting a little closer. Nevada Dragon, Little Manny, Bottle Rocket is set out wide and is rolling hard, and on the inside, Peel Quicksand. Nevada Dragon as they come on down the stretch drive. Nevada Dragon, Bottle Rocket on the outside is closing, and also coming late is Woodmere Denny. Bottle Rocket's going to win. Woodmere Denny 2nd, then Nevada Dragon and Little Manny 154-2. Bottle Rocket. Coming back in front of us, the winner of race number 7. It is number 8, Bottle Rocket, 7-year-old Rock and Roll Heaven Bay horse. The winning drive to Mike Whalen. Walter Whalen's the trainer and owner, along with Chris Nichols. Second win this year. And the sixth lifetime for Bottle Rocket. Seventh race, payouts 8. Bottle Rocket, 1075, 40, and 410. 3. Woodmere, Danny, 523.70. 2. Nevada Dragon, 410. $2 Exactor, 62.60. Dollar Try, $125. Dollar Super, 459.30. 20-cent Super is 91.86. Seventh race order finish from the top. 63284, Dina 517. That's 63284, Dina 517 on the bottom. Field 4. Race number 8 is on parade. One Artie's Ideal semi-filia for Robert Kyle Fellows and Hut Racing. Number 2 is Arts Alive. Jay Harris for Dwayne Marfisi and David Jarvis and William Cece and Henson Wong. And number 3 is Keystone Dakota. Steve Hudon for Laura Toscani and Martin Kepfer. 4 up Joey's Credit. Dale Spence for Jacob Roberts and James Woods and Taylor Fritz. And 5 Reactor Now. Jason Ryan for Greg McNair and Bradley Grant. Number 6, Rye, Daryl Thiessen for Gerard Demers and Yannick Marquis. Number 7 is Captain Butler, Austin Sorry for Nick Liadis. 8 is PH Jim, Paul McKenzie for Vern Cochran and Edward Gork. And 9, Yankee Clout, Mike Whaler for Walter Whalen and Chris Nickel. Field of 9, race number 8. Horses and geldings on the pace, mid-level condition. Let's get a look at this field. And, well, I want to start on the inside with Artie's Ideal, one that gets away from Mohawk to try it here. Just the 3rd start of the year, but 51 and change at Mohawk in each of the last couple races. Now missed the last scheduled start, so, well, that's less than ideal. But you get the inside post position, and he has gate speed. Was a pretty strong earner in limited action last year. In fact, took a season's mark of 150 and 2. The career mark is 50 and 1. Looks getting close to the $700,000 mark. Artie's Ideal at 2 to 1 on the inside. Number 6, Rye, is one that raced in the preferred class at London last race and was bet at 8 to 1 and came flying late from off the pace. Rye, I don't see why you couldn't think that Rye would win here because Daryl Thiessen's looking for a 3rd win on the evening. This is one that has 7 top 2 finishes and 15 starts in the year. And look at last year, 38 starts, 93,000 earned. And Rye, you see winning in the preferred class twice in April. So Rye is one that definitely has a big chance and now is down to even money. Number 4 up Joey's Credit, Dale Spence, one that ships in from a start at Mohawk, finishing 4th, coming from off the pace with a 54 and 3 back half. And also you do see this one racing in the preferred class at London, back-to-back 4th place finishes there. Up Joey's Credit, I think is a contender at 5 to 1 on the board. And number 2, Arts Alive, is one that hasn't been as alive this year as last year just yet. But the last race was better and closed into it to finish 3rd and has a favorable post, so probably can be used somewhere in the top 4. Jay Harris for Dwayne Marfisi, surprised to get 25 to 1. Was in this class last race to finish 3rd and gets a better post position. And Dwayne Marfisi often puts up solid numbers. Arts Alive and Jay Harris, value 25 to 1. Gate is rolling for the 8th. Artie's Ideal, Arts Alive, and Keystone Dakota on the inside. In the center up Joey's Credit, Reactor now to the outside, Rye, Captain Butler, PH Jim, in the second tier, Yankee Cloud. Field for race number 8 is at the starter off in Keystone Dakota. Reactor now, Artie's Ideal on the inside, then Arts Alive, and Yankee Cloud is now racing 5th as they work around the turn. Then Rye is 6th, and 7th is up Joey's Credit. Then it's Captain Butler and PH Jim. They work their way on down the backstretch with Artie's Ideal taking advantage of post 1 to grab the lead as they race on to the opening quarter. And Arts Alive is filling the pocket. Keystone Dakota is going to force the issue now, pressing on the outside. Yankee Cloud is 4th and racing 5th is Reactor now. Then it is Rye and Captain Butler up Joey's Credit, and PH Jim is trailing the field. Artie's Ideal leads as they race off the turn. Keystone Dakota and Steve Houdon is applying first up pressure. Arts Alive is on the inside, sharing 3rd with Reactor now to the outside. And then 5th now is Captain Butler. Yankee Cloud shuffled back to 6th on the inside. Then up Joey's Credit. Rye is 2nd from last, and PH Jim is trailing 56 and 1 halftime. Artie's Ideal leads as they race on into the backstretch. Artie's Ideal, the 3-5 favorite. Keystone Dakota now is flattened out a little bit, and on the inside, Arts Alive is reclaimed 2nd. Keystone Dakota now takes back 2nd, and then on the inside, racing 3rd is Arts Alive. Reactor now is racing 2nd over 4th, but now is flattened out, and Captain Butler is coming, and on the inside, Yankee Cloud, and then finding a seam, Rye is moving up now, and then it is backed up Joey's Credit. 3/4, 124 and 2, and it is Artie's Ideal leading Arts Alive as the field turns for home. Yankee Cloud is on the inside 3rd. As they come on down this fresh drive, Artie's Ideal and Arts Alive and Yankee Cloud. It's going to be Artie's Ideal to win. Then 2nd appeared to be Yankee Cloud over Arts Alive, and then Captain Butler finishing 4th, 153 and 1. Back in front of us, the winner of race 8, one Artie's Ideal. The winning drive to Samuel Filia. Looks happy. Artie's Ideal. 9-year-old American Ideal Bay horse, owned by Hut Racing, trained by Robert Kyle Fellows. First win of the year, 31st lifetime for Artie's Ideal. Eighth race payouts, one Artie's Ideal, 330, 250, 270. 9 Yankee Clout, 16.50 and 11.40, and 2 Hearts Alive, $7. $2 Exactor, 38.30. Dollar Try, 107.05. Dollar Super, 1985.75. 20 cents Super, 397.15. Eighth race, or her finish from the top, 136,795,482. That's 136,795,482. Field for the ninth on parade 1. Keep America Great. Brett McDonough for Yvette Gallant. Number 2, Johnstown Jet. Austin Sorry for Tess Waxman and Levi Kepfer. And number 3, Always Been Crazy. Scooter Gimlet. Drives and Trains and Owns. Number 4, Written in Stone. Sammy Filia for Brenda Duncan and David Duncan. 5 is scratched. And number 6, Dusty Lane. Morgan Dale Spence for Tom Jeannot. Number 7, Always Be Melman. Jason Ryan for Wayne Smith. 8 is His Beats Hanover. Steve Houdon for Laura Toscani and Martin Kepfer. And 9 is Maximus BG. Daryl Thiessen for Michael Pattison. It's a field of 8 for race 9. The 5 is out. Let's get a look at this field for the final dash, featuring the Super High 5. And, well, we have to start with number 2, Johnstown Jet. Raced at Kawartha last race. Didn't fare well and was at Mohawk the start before that. But then 3 races back, you see this one here in a non-winners of 4. Second beaten half a length in 54 and 1 after blasting to the front from a good post. Well, non-winners of 4 down to this bottom level 8,000 claimer is well down. Johnstown Jet should be able to handle this field despite those last 2 races. And also set up a Tess Waxman who had success the first 2 starts with this one and then did not fare well at Mohawk and Kawartha, but comes back here, the scene of the most recent success. Johnstown Jet and Austin Sorry for Tess Waxman, the one to beat at 3 to 5. Number 1, Keep America Great, was third last race here in this class and gets the inside post and probably could be a trip horse if he can get off the gate well enough. I think Johnstown Jet is pointed towards the lead. Keep America Great might be able to get a pocket trip. That'll depend on Brett McDonald and the start. But Keep America Great at 3 to 1, I think, is one that has a pretty decent shot in here. Others, how about number 3, Always Been Crazy? Raced better last race. A nice bounce back performance, finishing 4th and was in the hunt most of the mile. I think could build off of that and be a top 3 in here. Scooter Gimlet driving Always Been Crazy, also training and owning, and is 12 to 1. And number 7, Always Be Melman, gets to leave at a post 6 and was 4th in this class last race. Little tougher post assignment, but overall the recent form is enough to think that Always Be Melman could be one that you could use on the ticket here somewhere. Jason Ryan for Wayne Smith. Always Be Melman is 8 to 1. But the money is in on number 2, Johnstown Jet at 3 to 5, and Keep America Right, the second choice on the board right now at 5 to 2. Field for the 9th race is in position, approaching the top of the stretch. Here they come. Field of 8, 9th and final dash. There at the start of the rough, Johnstown Jet. Always been crazy. Keep America great on the inside. And Dusty Lane Morgan. But Johnstown Jet is going to drive out and always be crazy. Is racing second. Keep America great is third. Then Dusty Lane Morgan and Maximus BG. Written in stone. Then racing second from last is his beats Hanover. Always be Melman's trailing the field. Johnstown Jet 1-5. Labort's got the lead. Always been crazy at 25-1. Is racing second. Opening quarter of 27. Keep America Great is third. Then Dusty Lane Morgan. Maximus BG. Written in stone. And his beats Hanover and always be Melman. But Johnstown Jet is on fire and leads as they head up to the half. Johnstown Jet right now leads by about 8 or 9 lengths and always been crazy. Dusty Lane Morgan and then Keep America Great and Maximus BG half of 55 as they work into the backstretch, and Johnstown Jet is in a hurry to get his work done on the 9th dash, and they race their way on towards 3/4 Johnstown Jet. Now Dusty Lane Morgan takes second from Always Been Crazy, and racing fourth is on the outside now Maximus BG, then Keep America Great and Written in Stone. Johnstown Jet 3/4 123 and 2. Johnstown Jet leading. That advantage is shrinking a bit, though. Dusty Lane Morgan. Johnstown Jet gets a little leg weary, and now Dusty Lane Morgan is closing on down the stretch drive for Johnstown Jet. Dusty Lane Morgan, Johnstown Jet trying to find just a little bit more, will win and take it by about 2.5, and then Dusty Lane Morgan. Then it was Maximus BG, and then between Keep America Great and Written in Stone. 155 flat. Back half in 1 minute. There's a look at the winner, Johnstown Jet. Austin Sorry with the driving hat trick. Johnstown Jet, trained by Tess Waxman, owned by Levi Kepfer. 9-year-old Dragon again, Bay Gelding. 3rd win of the year. 4th lifetime, Johnstown Jet. Ninth race payouts to Johnstown Jet, 250, 210, 210. 6 Dusty Lane Morgan, 620 and 350, and 9 Maximus BG, $10. $2 exact rate, $30 ride, 31.80. 20-cent high five, $220.20. Double of 1 and 2, 630. 20-cent pick 4, 41.43. Ninth race order finish from the top. 4175 scratch 2683. That's 4175 scratch 2683 on the bottom. Well, fans, that concludes the live harness racing program for this Thursday evening. One more racing date for the Flamboro meet before the 3-month layoff, and that is Saturday evening, 6:35 p.m. First dash. Buenas noches, amigos. Good night, everybody. Good night, Shanna.